What's up? What's up? What's up? Okay. Actually, wait a second. I do this, and I need to close my window and turn on some lights. Wait a second, that's too much. Come on. 75, please. Bro, move to 75. There. Okay, 75. Forgot to put on my light and close my window. Bam. Okay. And now we're gonna rig a face. So, what was it? Yes, eyes. We're doing eyes and hopefully more of the face because I want to add some bendy bones. I'm gonna move here. Yeah, I already prepared this a bit where I basically, because I figured out how to do it, so that I was happy about, kinda. I just need to, yeah, I want to see when I rotate it. Not that, okay, yeah. It's, what is that? Yeah, it cuts in with this stuff, which means I do need to bring it a little bit further out. Object, this and this. So I move it a little bit further out. Hopefully that does solve it. Yeah, not really. Like, how do I make it that solves it? So, because I also do not really want it that far out. Let me look back. Like this. So let me do it a bit differently. Let me take the stuff here and let me do it on both sides that way. And I scale them in Y0. Or maybe not. Or I just move it a little bit further back. And then see how that looks. Not really. Nice. How do they make the models that it's just... let me check it out. So how do their models look like? Like, I guess if I just, since, okay, since My problem is that it's rotating in here. I just need the position to change, not the rotation. So what was the thing that the guy did? You put a transform thing on this. There, transformation map from rotation map to rotation. Okay, so that was, I believe, like minus 180. Yeah, minus 180. Copy. Here and here the inverse. So this, and here I think it was 125, 125, and then minus 125, like that. So whenever it let me see what did he change. Local space. Change is absolutely nothing. How am I gonna make this work? So I change it now to local space. Oh, I forgot. No, armature, and then should be this, right? I bone L. Why is it not letting me pick I bone L? I bone L. Wait, does it? It lets me do everything else. I bone L. Control. Okay, that's weird. I bone L. Wait. Let me get rid of this. Armature. I bone L. Or does it mean this one? I bone mover. Then local space to and from both rotation okay. Wait. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so minus 180. Copy that here. Okay, just 80 please. Copy, paste. 25. I believe. Minus So presumably now when I go like this, okay. And like this. Okay, it cuts in, but it is at least going. I need to figure out how the mesh looks like, that it's just so perfect. Seems he just kind of moves the this further behind, so GY. What happens now? So that did solve that direction. Doesn't solve this direction though. Interesting. Even though this is not necessarily a solution, but like, I don't want my eye poking out there, but hey, okay. I'm a step closer, so what happens when I change these? I could Z, is that right? Yes. So if I can I duplicate this and just have it go a little bit further? Map from rotation, map to scale. I need to go a little bit further in Y, but like minimal, like this. So wait. But on so okay. I definitely need to figure something out with how to make the eye disappear there. I just have it rotate a little bit more, like that to me would seem like a kind of solution. Like this. So that rotates like that. If it rotates in the opposite direction. Is that because of this? No. So what I had before is fine. I just need that. Let me break this back here. Okay, now for some reason it decided that that was the proper thing to do after that, which it's not. It definitely isn't. Is it because of this? Yeah, it is. So, thought it makes it. This stuff is, but I guess not. So, okay. Let me see. This. Honestly, this is not that big of a problem. Wait. When I put it down, that's why that's not down. This is down and this is up. That's also a problem. So, need to fundamentally change something on the model so that that works without it being this problematic. Okay. Actually, I should probably give my video a like, just to get things started. Okay. Oh, someone already liked. That's nice. So, I have the feeling it's because of the... So, if I want this to scale y0, it just makes it like that. But I do not want that. I technically want just... let me... Oh, no, I cannot rotate both of them. If I there's the stuff there. Add yet an edge loop here and here. How does the eye look? Proper hollow. So looks like without. Or do I just make normal eyes? I feel like making normal eyes at this point is gonna save me much more time. So I might just do that. Then I can also kind of get rid of the bones. So I'm rethinking eyes. Okay, that's great. At this point, it's great. Well, it's better now than before, later, because otherwise hell? Object, okay. Let me just delete the eyes, then let me make these two actual sockets. Let me just move these and scale them. Not like that. That way, it's at least not visible. Actually, how much did I scale that? Scale by 2. No. By 1.5. By 1. Can I really not just... Ah, that's why. Doesn't want me to because I'm not using. There. Okay. Scale by 1. Okay. Then let me add in some proper eyes. Where is this one actually? Okay. Away with it. Didn't I have thing with the... Doesn't matter. Yeah. So add mesh icos. No, I want the sphere. Let me rotate it by 90. Was that? No. Other. Not by 90. Here by 90. It's, yeah. Shades. Actually, let me add a new thing because I want it with specific stuff. So, it doesn't need that many. It needs like 16. Exactly half. Okay. I guess modeling is again part of the curriculum. Because I'm gonna just let me move this just a bit so that I can make this into an actual eye. Delete vertice. Select this, move it a little bit down. Select the object, move it 90 degrees. Thing. Shade smooth, give it a subdivision. Subdivided ones, so that should have actually made it much smoother, but for some reason it didn't. I guess I go back and I give it its 32 because then oh, okay. When things are too much work for too little reward, let's just do it the easy way then. A bit down, just so that it's a tiny bit concave. Actually, wait. Also scale it a little bit like this. degrees. Shade smooth. Why is it still? It's still on 60 things, isn't it? Isn't it? Because I changed it here. Yes, okay. 32 then. Okay. Please shade smooth. And back at it. I have to do it so many times till it becomes perfect. Okay. Let's just move it here. Rotate it 90. That's an eye. I like to add a bevel because otherwise this part does not get a nice enough fall off. Yeah, that's nice. Iris. Kinda. So let's just make it small again, move it here. Make it even smaller, move it more here. And because this is a weird eye thing, so let's go here, plus, 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 and let's bring it all a little bit closer in so that we can make this a bit bigger and move it a bit more here and back. Kinda need to change the model a bit, but good thing we didn't actually modify. Do I want to rather move the model or do I move the eye to fit it? Let me see if I not this that's why you usually sculpt the eye with in the thing. Just I didn't plan for this because I thought I'd do something else. You see a bit too much here, so let me see what happens if I move the eye a bit more in there. This will make it a bit harder for me to make the, let's say, the eyelid stuff because, yeah, but at least it's an eye. Okay, so that should work well enough. Nope, here, and let me just move this a little bit forward. Not by much, just a smidge, so that it that did nothing. Yeah, that did basically nothing. Okay. Let me see now when it rotates in this. duplicate this, give this 180, just so that I can compare. Let me take the let me take this and just remove all the faces that are unnecessary. Faces here. Like this. That should be alright, right? Yeah, kind of. And that should make that one. Yeah. I still feel like, okay, this is a little bit not. Wait, no, view, edit here, relax. Can I? No. Flatten. No. Circle, it already is. Bridge. G-stretch. No. I'm gonna say this is fine. I just also want that this gets E and Y. Technically, I should have done that when it was. It isn't like that, so E. And another bevel. I might still change the eyes. I don't know. Because this is not what I intended for the eyes. I planned for the eyes to be nice and plainer so that I don't have to deal with, oh, this rotates in the thing, so it needs to add over the volume, all of that stuff. But I need to either way add subdivision surface, because otherwise this is one lumpy eye. And I add a mirror just so that I can. Okay, that looks actually quite horrible. Because the eye is way too far. How do I remedy this? Let me go back. I'm starting new. I don't save this because I want this to work. So let me think. If I Control D, put this here. I take this, Alt P, connect here. So if I this, as my I need to, first of all, so that should mean that this is now this is now connected to it. Okay, good. I do feel like when I hit a bit here, more middle, then it did rotate a bit better for me. So let me go back here, clips through the eye. I feel like I need to just find the proper sweet spot. So GY a little bit further. That should. It's not clipping here, but it's clipping a lot here. I need that when it goes in that direction, that it increases the okay, so I want armature and I want this. Actually, let me rename this bone and deformer bone. So I need on this the local spaces def. Okay, so now from rotation to minus 180 to 180, I need other way around. I need the whoa. So presumably now when I select this and I hit this, it also does it. How do I make it that it only does it when it goes in? When I select this, it should only when it so I want this to be default. So wait. Okay, it moved. Wow. So, okay. So. That is weird. So let's see if I have the rotation going like this. I technically even want the opposite to happen. I want that it... Wait. Let me make this 0. Let me make... This just increases this stuff. Okay, so... Okay, then this doesn't affect that. Okay, I wanted it to... Okay, wait. I'm starting to understand this node better. So now when I take this, it needs to... Okay, that is the location thing, right? So I have it go like that, and then it goes further out there. Why does it go further out there? I put the thing so that it doesn't affect it once it goes there. Trying to make it... So when this is the maximum I want it to move, that's 1, so it's 10 on this thing. Then that means, so if I do minus 10, then I need I just want this to... Okay. Okay, that's 0.04. So the minimum is that, the max. Okay, there I'm starting to understand. So 0 minus 0.04, then right, because then that means that I'm starting to go here. Okay, maybe not that much, but now if I make this 2, yeah, okay. Understanding it. I'm understanding it. No, 0.005. And I now duplicate and make the stuff for the rotation and rotation. So X, Y, Z minus 180. All of these plus 180 on all the others. And here to 125. Copy minus here the minus. So now if I move like this, okay, it goes a little bit over the thing here, which is a bit problematic. So let me see if, wait, how many degrees is that? That's 0.8. That's, this one is solved, so I can that up. That's transform location. This is transformation. Rotation. I want to make it that when anyways, to just see, so I move this, that's fine. Just 0, and then down, it starts clipping a bit. So let me, wait, no, that's not down, that's the dumb down. Okay, this needs to go, that's rotation. X needs to go a little bit more. There. Yeah. I think, yeah. Wait, why is it? Oh. Let me get to 0 and see if I back to 5. Wait a second. Why? Wait. When I have it rotate here, I wanted this to rotate. So if I click here, that's not that big of a problem, I think. But here and here, it's clipping through, which means I need to they need to always be the same. I believe they do. Okay, so since these always need to be the same, then let's make this the same too. Okay. I don't see the up that stuff right. Nah. So then when this moves back down, this needs to move in the opposite direction. Maybe a bit more. That makes that is equal. Okay. Okay, this is more complicated than I thought it would be to smoothen this out. So this clips, this clips. This kind of clips, this kind of clips. So that's when this is here. Okay. Okay, it's not going exactly as I planned. Let's see. Let's reset this to 125 and minus 125 thing. So it's still going a little bit like that. So let me get 128 and that just the same problem. This I will need to, with a shape key, get rid of, I think. And okay, so here tilde 1 it goes fine. Here tilde 1 it goes fine. So then why it, I could also say, because I have the location stuff here, because I'm only using the location for thing. What is this? This is its y. Oh wait, y is not even to use for that. It should be the x. Okay. So for x movement, I want that it x rotation. Wait. For x rotation, it should move in y. No. Oh wait, yeah, it's always moving in y. That sucks, wait. I'll need essentially to duplicate this specifically for y. No, for, oh my god, x row, and this is z row 0. Okay, so this one goes with x, maybe not that far. Let's say that's kind of alright. When it goes here, I want this to go back. Wait, I want this to actually be, wait, but the bar, I need to, minus 10 plus 10. Okay, so with this at minus 0.1, that's and at just 0.1 I need it to go so let me make this 0 again. It's taking a huge gap in front. Why is it doing that? It's not supposed to, because it's supposed to only do the changes when it's... Oh. Or is it because it... Can I move it physically back a bit? Just GY a little bit back, and then what happens when I hit? Nah, it just causes my problems to come back. How do I solve that? How do they make their models for that? Because I made mine by the same principle, but for some reason the thing just doesn't want to work the same way. Like, let me look at the model. Show me the wireframe. Come on, show me the wireframe. Show me the wireframe. Where was it? Show me the wireframe. It showed it to me before. Here, come on. I think that was here. Yes, okay. It's like way further back in the thing. Interesting. It's more like a cone shape inside than what I have. It's like, ooh. I guess that does solve the issue a tiny bit. Wait, what if I did this, but let me not see the difference of these. And let me now just rotate. Okay, it still has a problem over there. Okay. So now, if I just, wait, if I get rid of these, if I just do this, then... Let me duplicate this again. Make it so when it moves in. Okay. Wait a second. Here's where it goes wrong, because now I need to increase the minimum. But that means that when it's 0, it's not the same. Right? Yeah. Wait, wait. What's the difference? Take 0. Oh. What's the difference when I replace instead of? I do not see a difference. Should I rather make just a driver for it? Because I can make that. I think a driver is more useful for me, because then I have the rotation stuff, right? Yeah. This is fine. This is not. Alright, like it's the spacing. So if I just take from copy as new driver and I paste it in the add driver. Edit driver. Wait. No. Wait. Delete single driver. Paste driver. Edit driver. Okay. So, because that means that if it goes up, it goes front, which I need edit driver times like 0.1. No. Let's do 0.5. Yeah, 0.5 works. It works. Yeah, I'm gonna say that works. Maybe just a tiny little bit more. 0.45. That, yeah, no more intersection with the thing. When I have it close with volume, then it won't. Yeah, that will be fine. Which should also do the... but it does the inverse when I... Actually, wait, let me... Edit driver... itself as a usually reference data 3.5, and I always wanted times -1. It solves below part, but when I move it back up, that means it goes back in again. So that's not gonna work. Code number always stays positive in blended. Script and disable for driver APS. Oh, okay. Wait. So if I do this, ABS, this, and this. Oh shit! I'm learning coding. That's cool. Really? Wait, let me see that from the front. Sheesh. Really? That works that way? Okay. That's freaking cool. Okay, let me move this back to 0. And I want that when it goes to side. Can it stay like this? In theory, it could. But when it goes like this, then I don't want it. And I want that. Copy as new driver. I want to edit driver. Paste. Okay. So, let's do this. I copy this and then plus let me do the 0.45 times that might, okay, that solves that direction, but this direction, actually there I can then, I don't need the absolute stuff, I just need the I just need minus 45, right? Because then presumably if I no, this should wait, minus, okay, so I do that, and then when I do this, it goes a bit too much in. What about like 0.25? That is less in, but still a bit too much. You know, this one I go in the opposite direction. Nope. Hmm. Should I make it that is not a thing? Wait. I think it makes more sense that I just leave this as part of that thing. Let me take the wait. So wait. And good too. Is the negative sign? Did I put a negative value? Or use a math? No. But Or wait, would it be easier for me to not make this minus, but to make this minus? Probably doesn't do a difference, right? Yeah. What if I do S? Wait, does minus ABS work? No, it in fact doesn't. How do you scale this up again? I don't know what I did wrong. Right. No, I don't need. Not what I want to change. I want to change the size of the thing because somehow I made it super small. Fine when it's in a thing, but I need it to be in this view, and it's so freaking small. Either way, okay. I just needed to go a little bit more in front. So I just wait, I want to also see how does it go when it does this. If this is this one, no, okay, wait. I like this. I'm fine with this, but I just want that when it goes into the negative or into the not even action, like shown represented. So you don't need to see this. I want that I didn't want to even do this much on this eye. I wanted to do it so that it okay. It should be plus this, right? Yeah. Minus. So this goes now in this direction. It's all right. In this direction, it clips through though, which I dislike. I don't wanna just make the fucking thing here. Do I just move this back? Honestly, that's probably the easiest thing I can do. But I don't want to move it that far back, so let me take the one on this side and just scoosh it a bit. Okay, or not. So let me edit mode. So if I go pause mode, I get dampen thing. What's it? Yeah. Point towards the target level. The smallest rotation necessary. And yeah, it's in Y direction. So target armature and target. Wait. I need to rename this. So I take this. Nope. So when I do this, it should be moving. Okay. It is moving, but for some reason it's intersecting there. Why is it intersecting? I'm guessing when I go like this, then what does this do? 0. When I go like this, it should. Huh. So does it not count that as rotation because it doesn't count it as rotation. By God, I am irritated. Should I? What's the difference? Yeah, it should be head. Why is it? Why is it doing it like that? It should be. Why does that not count as a rotation? Okay, 0. Let's see. How would I then make that? Not, because there is no rotation then in this. Purely a... My God. I spent so much time on this and it's worth anything. Okay. Delete drivers. So. I guess I can do it based on the... So this and okay. If I take the so location minus x. Let's see. No, that's not it. If I if I map from armature this, and I do like the location 0. Minus, it's the minimum and plus 3 should be the positive, right? Yeah. So at minimum it shouldn't move. At maximum it should be like 0.1. No. Use this. Nope. Zero fun. Nope. 0.8. Yes. But so when I make this to 0, it's standing off. Can I? Nope, that's clearly not the correct thing. So, how does that affect the rest of the things? It makes this obsolete, which makes no sense, because this is supposed to make that when this goes. Oh, frick. Okay, let me 6, because that is way too much. That's probably why they only wanted to affect rotation, not location. So let me say doing that makes it. So that's why they make this only gets controlled by this. Because otherwise it becomes mayhem. Really, does that even actually control it? It does, because there is 0 rotation. How do I make that work? god, I wanted to work on the eyelids and lips and stuff like that. Instead, I'm working on this stuff. Ooh. Been literally 1 hour, 40 minutes. Man. Mainly rotation doesn't even help in this thing because the amount of rotation I would have to put into it makes it go way too extreme. Like, this doesn't even help because it makes it go like that. Okay, let me just... Okay, so don't make a flat face where... a flat eye where there's a round face. Would have been... Mainly that's not... It's not even that round. The face isn't even that round. It's literally just for some reason that this part doesn't want to... Okay, it is pretty round. But still, it shouldn't be like this. Okay. Could make a shape key that when it goes like... when it goes to this side, it gets a plus thing. I need to cut my losses. I'm not getting this done anytime soon, so let me work on something I want to work on, which is lips, which I guess I want to work on now. Okay, so first of all, I want to be able to see the wire, the thing. Okay. How did the guy do it that I saw? So, wait. I want to... I select a lip. I want to S cursor to selected. Okay. Why is it like that? Wait. It shouldn't be like this. It should be a smoother thing. Why is there a bump here now? That wasn't there before. That's not how lips work. That's not how geometry stuff works. I made a seam there, but for some reason it counts it as 2 edges. What? Wait. When wait. If I connect like... Nope, it only counts 1. Okay, interesting. Anyways, bad modeling aside, I guess, which is not a bad model, but for some reason, I guess it doesn't want to what happens if I make another loop cut? Made another bump there. Let me see. Whoa, okay. That's not how that's supposed to look like, even when I do that. That's really weird, but okay. I'm not doing that again. At least I kinda want to. Okay, I want to select the joint, and I want to create not an armature, I want to edit mode, and I want to create a joint. Whoa. Okay. Let's see. I can select this. Was it shifts it? Okay, that was the scaling thing. Let me see. And of course it does that. GZ, so okay. How was it that they made the thing? Wait, I know. I still need it in octahedral view so that I know which direction the stuff is going. If I remember correctly, the guy that I saw do it made the he essentially made that this moves here, like this moves here, and you make 2 pointing in, one that's in the middle, and one outside of that, right? So basically a joint that like combines the thing. Nope, I did not want to select all. Please don't select all. Okay. Wait, let me bring it back like this. Let me put it back into octahedral view. So then it would be essentially one controller here. Let me duplicate it. Z, move Y. Okay, let me rename these because I shouldn't forget to rename. Lip mid down. Yeah, lip mid down, and that becomes lip mid up. Miod, of course. Miod, top there. Lip mid top. Let me scale both of them. Okay, that just brings them further away from each other. That's not what I want. I want to just scale this, scale. Actually, it does need to go into the negative. Should, at least. Right? Because if I need to watch the video quick, wait. I just need to see the image because I have it in my. I have it somewhere in here, and it's just like, but wait, video games. But wait, other things that are more interesting right now. And yeah, here when rig meets tune. Fixing. Wait, is that it? Yes, this is it. Okay. Deformation bone. Okay. So yeah. So I can do that. I know. Yeah, I know what a bendy can do, or a bendy bone can do. I just want to see how he made it. Okay. So ends. Huh. How did he make that? What the hell did he do? That's some black magic stuff. Okay. So, wait. How would I make that? I make a bendy bone that goes then from here to here, here to here. Do I want to make two? Because then it would... No, wait. Wait. Do I have this on double speed? No, this is on normal speed. Okay. Wait, so... Yeah, you want the thing... Okay, they... Each line to keep things organized. Okay. Wait. I get it. So that should go like this. Okay. He did a lot of work with that. I thought I would get that quicker, but okay, wait. So let me remove this. Let me simplify it for myself. Let me do one end. Wait, that bone I probably keep. So he has it that two things join to one end. Both of those are the deformations. Then you have the end bone and the other end bone, and then you have the middle weak bone, essentially. Right? I think that's what he was doing. From as far as I understood that's what he was doing. So essentially he had... let me... I contradict myself. I'm like, oh, I should... Actually, wait. I duplicate it, move it in Z, rotate it like rotate in Y 108 degrees, and let me scale both up so that they're bigger bones. Z, okay, maybe a little bit smaller. Actually, can I connect this and this? I want to connect by the what the hell? No, can you connect them on the other? Oh wait. Wait. Okay, wait. If I move, GZ, I move this. It's the tail, right? Yes, this tail. I Cursor to selected. Selection to cursor. So they're matching up. This I'm GC. Let me now move both of them. Y, and move them so that they are basically over there. Okay. Then I would create from one of them control bone. That would then I need to I want to unparent this. Clear parent. That way this can just move. Okay. Then I need from each of these, I need to extrude also in Y an extra bone. So then I also Alt P. What? Alt P. No. Oh, they are already. Interesting. I thought they would still be parented, but okay. Makes my thing easier. So they are the controlling stuff. If I now turn this back into bendy bones, let me view it in solid stuff. So I should, okay, I'm still able to, okay, this needs to be, let me do like 10 segments on each of these. 10 segments on each. That way, what does this control? No. Oh, this does. So this actually should be parented. This needs to be parented to this, right? Keep offset. That way, when I'm in pose mode, then wait. This still needs the stretch 2 thing. Yeah. Stretch. No, not stretch 2. Stretch 2. And then I select this. I should make this. I should name these. Should probably do center top instead of mid top, because so let me center center and center. Okay, so this will then stretch to this. Yes, that's good. I want to wait. I want this and copy to selected. Okay, interesting. Why did it pop there? Ah, wait, yeah. Wait, I know why. Copy to selected, but on this one I need to do this. Yes, so wait. it does do the nice squashy stuff, but I kinda need it to also do the bendy bit of it. It's not bending, it's just... wait. How was the bendy bones here? How come this is like that? I should probably make this there. Out and curve in like this. Edit mode. This needs to be parented to that. So okay, wait. That's weird. Wait. 0. Isn't there supposed to be something that makes it flexy? Volume max, maybe? Is that it? No. How? Wait, what made it so bendy here? Okay. I'm fine. So it would be duplicate of this, but Control and one, just not as okay, keep offset, so it's in pause mode. Wait, this shouldn't have a stretch too, but okay, I did something wrong. Let me these bones again. Yes, again. So what you do is you take, let's say, move our So let's create a new thing. Okay, then GC and let me see. Armature. Yeah. So what you do is you create EZ and G Y like this. Okay. Then G Z no EZ. So I made another thing. Let me bring it. G1. Wait. EY. Let's do it like that because this should then be a thing that clear parent. So this now moves separate, but this controls this. Okay. This needs to now be a bendy bone with 10 segments and needs to stretch to this bone. So this, okay, this, okay. Let's make sure that it has that. And now if we go into the B-bone stuff, we should be seeing the curvature. Okay, now we see the curvature. I want to just shift control S, make it all a little smaller. And I would like to just also move this a bit like this. That way it's more accurate to the actual deforming shape. Now can we, in edit mode, duplicate this? Rotate, no, let me, wait, actually, are these, why do these have any role in them at all? They shouldn't. Wait. This should be straight as possible. Okay. And can I duplicate these and like easy, just cursor to active, and then rotate 180. Nope. Rotate Y 180. Yes. Why did I do that with the actual ball? I thought I did it with a duplicate. And then selection to cursor, and then rotate Y 180. This is 0, this is 0. Okay. Then let me rotate this like this. And cursor to selected, selection to cursor, and I want to make pause this. I do like this. Let me okay, that doesn't do anything. Okay, but at least this is presumably how a good thing would work, right? Now, let's say I extrude in X. Would I make? I would need to. Okay, this was a stream full of nothing because I'm just trying to figure out the stuff without that I really know how I make it work. Yeah, I'm stopping. I'm too tired and I cannot figure it out. I will need to, but I'm just too stupid in the moment. Like, the guy makes this, then makes that, and magically has a thing system which is so convoluted, but looks and seemingly works so well. I probably don't need to make two in that. How does he make that it follows the thing? That's wild. So, yeah, face defaults that. So he makes those. Make bones face each other. Yes, that I get. How does he connect them? Does he? Is it one bone or multiple? Because no, those are just, they stick onto the thing. How do they stick? That's really cool, but really weird too. Wait a second. Does he have two different bones? Wait a second. This is really weird. So he has two sets of things to determine the bend then. What? How many freaking bones are in that thing? Did he make it like 1 bone, 2 bone, 3 bone? So that he can then, well, for each vertex. What? That's a lot of stuff. Like, I guess you do get a lot of control, but like, that's kind of unnecessary. Isn't it? Okay, I need to figure that out in my own time. Or where my brain finally thinks, hey, this is worth working at. Till then, I hope this was something for anyone who watches this in the future. If not,